Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. Okay? Trigger warning. This message, it ain't for the weak. Okay? This ain't for everybody. Okay? Trigger warning message. This is about the LGBTQ community. Okay? I'm not here to step on nobody's toes. I'm not here to bash nobody or make nobody feel no type of way. I'm not here to assassinate nobody's character. Okay? I'm not here to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm just here with the truth coming from spirit. We're here to talk about it. Okay? So let's talk about it. Whatever spirit put in my mind or whatever spirit put in my heart to talk about, I have to be obedient to God. So if this is what God sent me to do to talk about today, I have to be obedient. So understand me, okay? This ain't to offend nobody. If you can't handle this topic, click off, okay? This ain't for the weak. I'm just letting you know right now, I'm not here to offend nobody. If you feel some type of way, my comments is wide open. Let's talk about it, okay? First of all, first thing first, we want to talk about the excuses, okay? Let's get the excuses out the way, the excuses part. Okay, a lot of us grew up a certain way. We said we've been through abuse, trauma in our lives, and we've been sexually abused. But yet and still, we're using excuses to be who we be or to hide behind what we do. Because if you ask somebody why they're a certain way or why they're gay or why they're lesbian, most people don't have an accurate answer. They all blame it on the same thing. And I'm here to tell you guys, those are excuses. I never said that they never happened to you. Okay? I never said they never happened to you. But when you use that as an excuse, then it become an excuse. Okay? That's what you've been going by for all these years, and that's what you've been believing. And that's what you implant in your mind to go by. So if this is what you've been using, or this is what you've been going by and believing, then you're bound to believe. You're bound to believe in what you're telling yourself. So anytime you tell yourself something for so long, or you start telling other people, it becomes your reality. All right. Let's stop using these excuses, because what we've been through in our life doesn't define who we are today. Everybody been through something as childhood, or everybody just, we all made our own decisions too. It don't have to only be necessary coming from childhood. You got some people grow up and decide to just be, a lesbian or gay, and, a lot of people, I just don't understand, what's the excuses? Because at the end of the day, we all made a decision, right? So why we ashamed of what we're doing and how we living? Why you got to be ashamed of it? If you're ashamed of it, then that means that's the Holy Spirit in you. Okay? That's the Holy Spirit in you. Because God used many people in many different ways. Okay? If you're avoiding God's calling and you living in the LGBTQ world, and your mind is not on saving or bringing people to God, and this is the mission that God has for you, and you live it a certain way, then that's not your life's purpose. You can, understand something. Okay, most of all, our life's purpose, we don't necessarily know what it is until we actually start doing it. Then we'd be like, wow, I didn't know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This, I'm amazed. This is amazing. A lot of us call our own shots and create our own life purposes. And really, in reality, that's not your life purpose. Okay? We all have decisions to make at the end of the day, and we all have free will. Yes, we do. But a lot of times, most of us, God chose a lot of us and, to be, in many different areas in our lives and to do different things. God called us, for many different reasons. So we can't say that we want to talk about God or teach God believings and teach God words if we going one way. Okay? And this is real fact. You can't be a pastor or a preacher or whatever you call yourself and talking about righteousness and speaking about the right way of God, if you're living a different way, it just don't look right, because you'll come out to be a non-believer. So that's why most pastors, they undercover with what they do. A lot of them live a different world. They live a different, they live in a double life. But at the end of the day, God gonna deal with them too. God gonna deal with them. Okay, yeah. What? Just know something. You will be judged. We all have to be judged. I mean, there's nothing you can't hide. You can't run from judgment. I'm not here to scare nobody, or I'm not here to tell nobody, oh, what you're doing is wrong. At the end of the day, I'm just letting you know. God cannot use you, okay, if you're doing the stuff that Satan wants you to do. And that's not of God. What are you doing? Whatever you're doing is not of God. I'm just being real. It's not. It's not. It's not godly at all. People may say, "Oh, God doesn't won't God accept you for who you are." He did say, "Come as you are," but God will change you if you're willing to be changed. If you want to be changed, He didn't say He accept your bull crap. No, He did say, "Come as you are." If you're willing to change, come as you are. It's a difference. We're accepting your bull crap and how you living, then and your foolishness, then to come and say, God, I'm ready to change. I'm ready to start doing your will. God say, come as you are. So it don't matter how you looking and how you came and what you become. God say, come as you are. He can work with those. But if you're not coming to God, then God can't work with you. That means you on your own. You made your own decision. You live your own path. And that's not your destiny. And that's not your life's purpose. So be careful with the decisions you make in life, and the things that you're listening to, and the things that you're watching, and the people that you're listening to. And if you feel like you got to fit in and you're not fitting in because you feel like you don't have no attention, nobody, a lot of times we be alone for a reason in life, because God chooses everybody, in many different ways. So you don't know why you're alone. You can't just get up and say, hey, I got to fit in. I'm tired of being this way. I'm tired of nobody's messing with me, or people don't like me because I'm this way and I'm that way, or I'm, I don't have any friends because I chose to be gay, or I chose to be a lesbian because, or I'm just living a way that, I think I'm a man or I think I'm a woman. Yeah, it's a scary thing, to be in that world by yourself and to be confused and not knowing, how to be. We got to stop using excuses. You know, we got to stop hiding behind excuses to do what we want to do. So again, you still have a chance to make a change, and you still got choices to make. So don't use the excuses of I've been touched, or I've been this way, or I've been that way. That causes me to be this way. No, there's no excuses. Dumb excuses. At the end of the day, we all been touched a certain way, or not everybody, or most of us have been through stuff like that, and most of us still come out great. So if you made a decision to listen to Satan and to do your own thing, and if you feel like you can save your own self and you can save your own life, then well, so be it. I mean, go ahead. Go right ahead. If you feel like you got all the answers to everything, go right ahead. Gotta sit aside and watch you answer and watch you be and see what can you do for yourself. It's real tricky to get caught up in your own passions and your own desires, especially when you're lost, when you don't know a way, a better way for yourself, and you think you know the way. You gave up. You pretty much gave up on yourself. You gave up on life's purpose for you, and you tend to live in a dark world. This is dark. When you come to the light, you don't mix dark with light. You can't. It's impossible. You understand what I'm saying? You can cut on the light in the dark, then there'll be light. But if you're not seeing the light and you're living, you're staying in the dark, then how would you see the future for you? How would you see what's best for you? Those kids that need to come out to this world, those kids that you're holding back from producing, those kids that's supposed to be out by now, because you made a selfish decision to be who you want to be, and that's nothing wrong with that. But is that your life purpose though? Is that your life purpose? God's son is all in His image. Okay, we all come from God's image, not Satan. Okay, God is all about righteous. So if you follow God and you know what God's all about, if you know who God is, then you'll know God is all about righteous. So when you come with these excuses about why you this way and why you that way and why you chose to be this way, that's the choice and decision you made. That's not your life purpose. That doesn't define you. It's just a decision you made. You chose your desires. You let lust take over your life. You let the lust be the judge of your life. Okay? So understand something when you out here and you made your decision. Now you got to hide. Now you're ashamed. Why you ashamed? Why you ashamed? Because you know it's wrong. If it was right, you wouldn't be ashamed. And if you're not ashamed, then guess what? You just accepted the wrong. You just accepted to do wrong, to live a way that you're not supposed to. I guarantee you, I could speak to God right now, and He'll tell me that's not your life purpose. That's not what He sent you down here to do. Can I ask God? Did He send you down here to be gay or a lesbian? What you think God gonna tell me? If I ask God, did you send so and so to be down here to be gay or to be a lesbian? What you think God gonna say? Yeah. Be honest with yourself. You think God gonna tell me yeah? Let's be real. And let's understand who we are. Time is passing by. A lot of times has been wasted. And you've been living in this dark world for so long, you don't even know who you are no more. You don't even know yourself. You don't transform in your mind, and you don't transform your outer world. You don't transform your appearance into something that you totally ain't. Now you became a different person that you had in your image, that you had in your mind. You are who you thought of. And the mind can be real tricky. It's never too late to save yourself. It's never too late to find out who you are. It's never too late to come out of that dark world. We are God's people too. Just because you're living in the Lgbtq community, that doesn't mean that you're not God's people. We all come from God. So you're not excluded out of the deal. I can talk to you too. It's never too late to pray and bring your life to God and change. I'm not forcing nothing on you. I'm just telling you what's right and what's wrong. So if you feel like there's no excuses, then you have a talk with me. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You tell me why and what's right about it and what the decision is. The only decision is I can't judge you. The only right about it is I can't judge you. But is it right or is it wrong? Ask yourself a question. If it was so righteous, then why we gotta vote about it? Why we gotta talk about it? Why we gotta make a decision about it? Then it feels so righteous. Wouldn't it just be free? Wouldn't it just be natural? We all know it's wrong. You know it's wrong. You understand that. You know. Because when that guilt come in, and that guilt, when you feel guilty, just know that's the God side in you. That's the Holy Spirit in you speaking. God always speaks. He never stopped talking. God go to Satan camp and talk and get his peoples out of there. God still goes into Satan camp, okay, and still talk to you and try to get you to come up out of there and come to the light. God can go where he want to go and pull anybody out of any mist, storm. So it's never too late. It's never too late. I'm not saying you got to be a Christian. I'm not saying that, oh, you got to change, to come to God and to, start living, No, I'm just telling you what's right. Yes, you still have a decision to make at the end of the day. You don't have to listen to me. But what's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. So in this situation, I'm sorry to say, good outweighs the bad. Good outweighs the bad. It's never too late to save yourself and start talking to God and find out who you are and find out your life purpose. God bless. And I hope you guys wake up one day and come up out of this. It's never too late to start being who you are, because you transform and you live a different way so long. Now this is what you believe in, that you're going by, you're supposed to be. But really, that's not your life purpose. God bless. And speak to God and find out who you are. Have a blessed day, everybody. Much love.